My advice on contracts and versus verbal agreements is I don't do anything unless I have a contract. I do not do verbal agreements, and I also require money up front. I've been burned too much, and especially with family. My business is a family-run business. I did recently hire a non-family member, but I consider them my family when you work for me. But even my own family, they get contracts signed, employee manuals. And I'm hard person to work for. I expect a lot, and I want you to work. And if you can't do that, I'm not. You can't be a part of my life because I'm moving forward. But that's one of the biggest barriers too, is learning how to write contracts and how to present the information. I spend a lot of my business coaching with Native Americans, teaching them how to write a proposal, how to write a contract up. I have examples for them to use in language. In the United States, most contracts are pretty uniform and kind of like templates. But in Indian country, it's different because you have to add Native American law in there. So if you have a business on a tribe, on a reservation, you might have to go through tribal court first. And so the language inside of contracts and operating agreements are different in Indian country, and you have to know how to do that. And that's one of the things that I specialize in helping people do. I'm not a lawyer. I just act like it. No, I'm kidding. But I'm not a lawyer, but I try to get them, I'll give them examples, and I tell them, you have to get this reviewed by a lawyer, so that and I always say this, put it on paper on purpose. And so it's all spelled out so everyone knows what's going on. I worked with a client in Navajo, and they were a SAW team. And they were a team that was under the tribe. And they wanted to move out to form an LLC. And so they brought me in to kind of look at that. How would it look? And if they wanted to do it or not. And so I showed them, this is what it looked like if you did it, and this is how you're doing it now. And one of the things that happened is they weren't getting business from non-natives because non-natives don't understand the Navajo tribal court system. And so they don't like doing business. That's a number one rule of business, is they do not like uncertainty. And so when you do, they want to know, I'm registered with a business with the state, so if they want to sue you, and you always have to do business as if business is going to not work out. And when you're in business, it's kind of the weirdest thing ever. It's pretty common that they have to be able to sue you. So you're already at the beginning of business saying things are going to go wrong, and if they did go wrong, this is what's going to happen, how that person could take you to court to see if, they could get money from you because things didn't go how you guys said it was going to go. For Native American people to think like that, like we're like, say, super, super, super superstitious. And we don't talk like, we're not really supposed to talk about death. You don't talk about bad things happening. And so if you talk about it, they're going to happen. And so if you talk about, like, have a contract, and if, things go bad, you can sue me. Native Americans are like, what? Why are you thinking like that? But it's a common business practice, and it's not anything personal. It's just the way everyone in the whole world does business. And so you got to have it in writing and have the contract down, and so everybody knows what's going on. One thing and for tribal businesses and individual businesses, more tribes is learning how to write resolutions. Like, people don't understand that either. resolutions are like contracts. And so you need to learn how, if you're going to be in run a tribal enterprise, you better know how to write a resolution and it better have the right language in it. And we are teaching our people how to do that. We have programs like American Indian Business Leaders, Tribal College Business Programs, Harvard programs. All programs are teaching our young people how to conduct business in Indian country by learning how to write up contracts correctly, how to write up resolutions with the right language. So we're not, so it has, the terms spelled out. And so that if things go wrong, how is this company going to sue you? So then you tell them, if things go wrong, we have a tribal court system if you have it, and you have to go through our tribal court system. Like Navajos, we have the Navajo Arbitration Act. And so there's ways that you conduct businesses on a reservation, and how you write that up in legal documents is so key to running business in Indian country.